Good evening from the studios of Shine TV. This is the Dr. Love Show, and I am your host, Na Ashoko Ajay. This is the only place you can get solutions to all relationship bound problems. We'll dive into our story for the day, then I introduce to you my speaker for the day. But before then, you must know that our sponsors are Dewless Collection, Fredco Construction Limited, and the Apostle Felix Henry Dowu of the Abundance Grace Apostolic Church. Now to the story of the day before I introduce my guest today. Dear Dr. Love, I am sharing my story in hopes of finding guidance and forgiveness. After a painful divorce, I struggled to find meaningful connections. I dated multiple men, only to be used for sex. Desperate for attention, I started seeing married men knowing it was wrong. But when I lost my child due to one of these relationships, I spiraled into darkness. Consumed by anger, I lashed out by breaking homes and marriages. Now I'm facing a spiritual reckoning. A body, a mysterious ailment is causing my body to deteriorate, and I believe it's a curse from a woman I wronged. I'm ready to take responsibility for my actions and make amends. I want to heal and find peace. Can anyone offer guidance on how to seek forgiveness and lift this case? I'm willing to do the work to restore my spirit and body. Story for the day. Now let's get into the studios, getting interactive. Let's welcome my guest speaker for the day, Pastor Patrick Otrilati. That's my love doctor. You are welcome.
Thank you,
Doctor.
Ashoko. I hope you are good.
By his grace,
We thank
yourself,
God.
please.
I'm also doing well by the grace of God.
Thank God. I believe you heard it clear and loud. A story for the day is another wahala, but
Wow.
like we always do, I
Wow.
know we do it best today too.
It's
Over
it's
to
it's
you.
it's quite a sad one though. But again, just as you said, we'll trust God to help this lady find solution to this problem. And let me start by saying that you see, sometimes before we get into something, it's important we sit down, think about our actions before we go ahead and then take the next step or take that particular action. It's quite a sad one that she finds herself now in this situation where literally she feels her body dying off. And I would want to use this opportunity to advise our young men and women out there, look, sometimes our experiences in life may not be the best, but we shouldn't allow the things we go through push us so hard to the point where we want to take revenge on innocent people. Of course, I know she wasn't expecting the divorce and it happened. And after the divorce, I want to believe that she should have, or she didn't take time, think about her life to know the next line of action or the next thing she should do. And unfortunately, she got herself into this. Now, here she is dying away. But you see, one thing I want to stress is the fact that it's good she's been able to identify the source of her problem. Because from the story, she said she clearly knows that what she's going through could be as a result of a care someone may have placed on her. But you know, the God we serve is a forgiving God. She shouldn't think she's done so. Of course, all the things she did were not the best. And we wouldn't want to be passing judgment on her because already she has seen it herself that what she did was wrong. I want to tell her that she should first of all ask God for forgiveness because I can just imagine the number of innocent marriages she's broken up, the kind of pain she's caused innocent women. I mean, talk of children who may have come out of
Suffered
this,
because
yes,
of
suffered because of her
that.
actions and all of that. You see, it's very painful. But again, like I said, she has identified that what she did was wrong. She should go down on her knees, pray to God, ask God for forgiveness, and then if I got the story right, at some point she indicated that she believes that probably one of the women she caused the breakup of the home has placed a curse on
Cares
her.
on her,
Well,
yes.
I don't know how sure she could be, but if she's very sure that somebody may have placed a curse on her, I don't know if she will be able to identify who
Who
exactly
exactly?
placed. Yes, if she can,
Yeah.
she should go to the person,
Okay.
because Bible says that a curse without a cause cannot stand. In other words, if there is a cause to the curse, it would stand. Because when it comes to curses, there are spiritual principles and spiritual laws that govern curses. Once you have done the wrong thing and the person out of pain places a
Is the
curse on
case
you,
on
God, by his legal obligations, is restricted, because whatever curse the person may have placed on you would have a genuine cause. You've caused the person pain, you've broken up the person's marriage, you've broken the person's home. So if it's possible for her to identify which of the women placed the curse on her, she should go to the woman and apologize to her, ask for forgiveness from the woman. And I want to trust God that if she does that, the person will forgive her. And again, once what she's experiencing is as a result of, because again, she believes, and our faith is very, very key. So if that's what her belief is telling her,
because she knows what she has done,
mhm,
like the extent. Maybe she's not giving us the
the
details of
details,
what she has.
yes,
She knows the
yes.
extent she went. Yeah.
But even with that said, even if nobody places a curse on her, okay, karma has a way of getting back at her.
Okay.
Because Bible says that whatever you sow, you would reap.
Okay.
And see, funny enough, the things you sow may not even come back the same way. They may take different forms, but they would all be as a result of the things you have sown. Okay, you have caused someone emotional pain. You have caused someone,
It could be self-conscious
well,
beating her over there.
yes, you see. But whatever be the case, I want to believe that, because look, you see, sometimes in life we lose sight of the fact that our actions have consequences. And we have to come to the point of realizing that, look, everything we do in life is consequential. It has consequences. You don't expect to be breaking innocent homes because of your experiences. If the fact that you have gone through a divorce, the fact that you have gone through evil and all those things doesn't mean you should also go out there, and more especially when you set your heart out to inflict pain on innocent people. These people were enjoying their marriages, and because of what you went through, you just set your heart out there to go and then be breaking up people's homes and
Why?
marriages.
Why? Okay, we can't judge a situation we've
Yeah,
not been
yeah.
through, though. But why not stay away from that situation rather,
Mm.
instead of going into it to cause others harm?
Exactly, you get it. So she should just ask God to forgive her. After asking God for forgiveness, I believe God would forgive her. And then when it comes to the breaking of the curse part, once God has forgiven her, the forgiveness alone is able to loosen the grip of the curse on her. Again, if she's able to identify, or if she will be able to identify the person who placed the curse on her, she should also go back to the person, ask for forgiveness from the person, and then from there, get a pastor to pray for her. If she feels her faith is not up to that level where, after asking God forgiveness, she can pray and then break the chains of those curses, she should go to a man of God who is genuine to pray with her and pray for her as well, so that the chains and the shackles of those curses would be losing off her. If not, I bet you the unwanted or the unexpected could happen. But I believe that the key and the major step she has to take from the initial stages would be to ask God to forgive her. And once God forgives her, the others can follow. And with time, even if it gets to the point where she would have to seek medical attention, because if it's a spiritual thing, she would have to break the spiritual side of it. And then afterwards, she can go ahead and then get medical attention. And I believe that with time, she will recover. And after recovering and all those things, please, she shouldn't go back there. Okay, she shouldn't go back to, because I've heard of stories where people set their heart out to vent their anger on society. I heard of a story of this lady who, out of this promiscuity, innocently somebody infected her with HIV, and then she was also like, if I've been infected, let me also go out there. But one thing we all have to understand is that our actions have consequences. Okay, and there may be several reasons to account for why maybe somebody may decide to do one thing or the other. But again, we need to come to the point of accepting that if we decide to go on a certain tangent in life, definitely we should be ready to accept the outcome of our actions. So if you go about distributing this HIV to people, innocent people, and at the end of the day, somebody also places a curse on you or says something or does something to you, you should just be ready to accept it. Because look, life has a way of getting back at us, even if nobody purposefully decides to get back at you. Do you get? So I believe our dear lady, first of all, should have a repentant heart and accept that she has not put up the best attitude when it comes to, I don't know if it was revenge, I don't know if it was trying to pay back, I don't know what may have motivated her to do what she did, but ultimately,
She mentioned that she lost her son in the process,
again,
and like
see,
after the divorce, that she decided to break people's homes. She lost her son, and then that one killed her cry.
so
So
losing your
that
son
was
didn't
what
even didn't
motivated
even
her
prompt you,
to.
didn't even just prompt you to realize that, come on, let me just sit back and then put my life together. Do you get it? So I think, and it, this may not be going just for her. There are a lot of people out there who have had bad experiences, who may not have experienced the best of things in life. You
Some
mean
are not even willing to open up to others at
exactly?
all.
Yes, yes,
Again,
yes. See, and we let me this let me just look into the camera and say this out. Look, no matter the kinds of stones life throws at you, my dear, don't settle for anything less than the best God has for you. Life may not be fair, but God will always be good if only we would reach out to Him. If only we will cry out and call out to Him. You may not have had the best of parenting, you may not have had the best of marriages, you may not have had the best of relationships, but in the midst of all these, don't allow your bad experiences to make you a monster. Don't let the things you've gone through in life bring the beast out of you. Please, life has a better way to make it up to you. And above all, God is ever ready to turn out your negative experiences into positive ones. He is ready to give you a testimony out of your test. My dear, please, let us not make ourselves agents of distraction. Let us rather allow our negatives, our negative experiences, the bad things we've experienced in life, give us a testimony so that God would use our negative experiences to bring out the best in us. And I believe when we do this, society would be a better place for all of us to live.
wow, 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 wow. God bless you so much,
God bless
also.
you too.
But this our lady. I think I have said all that I want to say. I can't think far. Sometimes I feel that that's why when I want to talk, I start by saying that we don't judge a situation we've never been through, because
Exactly.
life
Yeah.
is life. If it hits you, you may even do worse.
Yes.
But me,
Yes.
to me, this kind of things, when somebody does something wrong to you, like this thing happened to you and it's not good, I'll rather stay away from the situation than
Yeah. Yeah.
going further into the situation in the name of I want to hurt innocent people. You
Yes.
see, these innocent people will get hurt, and then they will stay away from this, or they become bitter, and then
Yes.
you see the
Yes.
bitterness would one day like come go around and come and
It will
affect
come
you, the
back to you.
person, or
Yes.
somebody like your
Someone close
child
to
or
you, someone you
somebody, yeah,
love.
somebody
Yes.
close to you, then it becomes something else. So instead of going for those that are innocent, why not stay away from
Exactly. Learn your
the
lessons and move on
situation?
in life. See, learn your lessons and move on in life. We've all had our own fair share of life throwing arrows and stones at us. But we don't have to allow it to bring out the beast in us. No. We don't have to allow it to vent out our bitterness and our anger on innocent people. We don't have to. Life is very beautiful. If we only give ourselves the chance to experience the beautiful part of life, we can enjoy it. And of course, enjoying the beautiful part of life doesn't necessarily mean you having money, you living flamboyantly and all of that. No.
But are we sure that this woman or lady will be able to give life a chance again?
She
Like,
should be. she should be, because once she is still alive, God can give her another chance. Look, I've seen people who were so close to death, and some way, somehow, God gave them another chance. And she's not different from them. God can give you another chance. The only thing is when she is able to get the second shot, she should just make the best out of it. She should make good use of it so that she would allow the experiences and the lessons she's learned from those bad things that happened to her make her a better person, not to make her worse than.
Sometimes the bitterness is so much
I
that
understand,
you are
yes.
not even willing to give anything or anyone the chance or space again to
Mm,
even come
mm.
in. But then when the person opens their mouth to talk, cry, I say you know what's coming already, so you
Yes,
just go in for the person and
yes,
attack.
yes, yes. I get you. I get you. But look, life is beautiful if we would give ourselves a chance to experience the beauty in life. Do you get it? And again, like I said earlier, bad things may happen to us. Sometimes there are some of the things you don't even, because I don't ever believe this woman, when getting into her first marriage that got
Okay.
distorted, anticipated that she was going to get divorced. She never expected it. Okay, nobody calls for evil to come. Nobody wishes for bad things to happen. But that is how life is. There are some of the things you don't call for it, they will come. They
They
will
should
come.
come small, small. Some can hit you so hard that you don't want to give life a chance again.
Exactly.
No.
I mean, let's look at an example in the scriptures. Look at what happened to Job. Job never expected the things that happened to him to happen. They just happened all of a sudden, and they took him unawares. But what did he do? Did he allow the bitterness, especially when the wife came in to advise him to curse God and die? He told the wife, "Look, when God was blessing me with all the goodies, I enjoyed. Now that the evil is coming, you expect me to curse God and die?" That is how our posture should be.
It's very difficult. I think we should pray
Exactly. Yeah.
for grace and
Yes.
whatever God kept in Job to be able to stand the test of those times
Sure.
because, hey,
Yes.
some are very serious. So,
Yes, they are. They are.
ouch.
But I think there's always beauty in the ashes. There's always a smile out of the roughages we go through. Okay, so let's always give ourselves a chance to experience and see the beauty, not let the bitterness, the anger, the rage, and all those things to get the better part of us. Because look, I normally use this example that an armed robber who would stop at nothing, look into innocent people's faces and shoot them, rob them of their possession. If you hurt somebody who is close to them, they would even cry. It means that everybody has something soft. Everybody has a soft spot. You see, God made us in such a way that if only we would give ourselves a chance, we would see the beauty out of every situation. We will not allow bitterness to engulf us. We will not allow pain to get the better side of us. We will not allow our negatives to cloud our judgment and to make us sort of think of being revengeful and all of that. So, my dear lady, in conclusion, pray to God, ask God for forgiveness, receive the forgiveness, and after you have received the forgiveness, get a man of God, someone, if she feels her faith can get up to that level to pray for her to be healed, beautiful. If she feels she can't, she should pray. God will lead her to a genuine man to pray with her so that those shackles and the chains and whatever the curses, the after effect of those curses and all those things would get broken, and then she would live a free life.
Oh,
And when she
thank
does that, she
you.
shouldn't go back and wallow in those past experiences again.
This is why we'll always be glad to have you here. We really appreciate. God richly bless you, Pastor
Bless you.
Patrick Otrelati. So I read something somewhere that states that the best revenge is to be better, far, far better, or way better than you were. So um, my fellow people, that you have been in a lot of situations that are making you so bitter to attack innocent people. Let's all come together and then allow ourselves to rather be better than we used to be so that we can be of a positive influence to others. This is the Dr. Love Show, and this is where time will permit us to end this episode. I am Na Ashoko Aje. This is Shine TV. A big thank you to the Almighty, then Fredco Construction Limited, Bueller's Collection, and Apostle Felix Henry Dole of the Abundance Grace Apostolic Church for sponsoring our show. See you same time next week.